What's good, family? What's good, A2D Radio? What's good, MoneyPot Podcast fam? It's Dallas week. You know what that means. We war ready.
Come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
I ain't down, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Side guy, that boy.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headline.
And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of MoneyPot Podcast, Week 3. We're going to get into the plays. I got my man Chris Renzo coming on here soon. We got a special guest here, my man Tone from Twitter, from Gambling Twitter. One of my guys, man, giving you nothing but free prop plays all day, every day, 24/7. He's been on a heater the last couple weeks, so I can't wait to bring him on. But first, man, let's get into the poll question. Hey, if you're up here, before I get to the poll question, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button, do all that good stuff. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. All right, let's get right into the poll question because I got a lot of heat for this. A loss to the Dallas Cowboys ends the Philadelphia season. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all the above. Go ahead, agree, disagree to the actual poll question. Let me know what you think about this question. A loss to the Dallas Cowboys ends the Eagles season. Agree to disagree. I'm going to go first, right? Because we're on this solo talk with y'all right now. I'm going to go first. I'm going to agree to the poll. Let me tell you why. When you look at this season so far, and I'll bring up their schedule real quick here on the other side of the screen. If you look at their schedule so far, they're 1-1 very early, super early, too early to even have this kind of question. I get it. But they beat a really bad Falcons team, maybe the worst team in the league outside of the Jacksonville Jags. And then we went to war with the Niners in a game that we should have won. We should have won against the Niners, but we didn't, right? All comes to wins and losses at the end of the day. We didn't win against the Niners, point blank. Made some mistakes, coaching rookies mistakes, quarterback coaching mistakes. But if you look at this and look how it's shaping up. We have the Cowboys on Monday, right? Must-win game. Everybody should agree to that. Must-win game to beat the Cowboys, right? Next game, the Chiefs. You got to put that as an L. That's going to be a tough game to win, okay? And next is the Panthers and Carolina. The way Carolina is playing right now, being the number one defense in the league, per se, still early, but right now they're undefeated and they're playing well. Now CMC being out hurts them, and we'll see how they recover or what that looks like. But that's a winnable game. I'll put it like that. That's a winnable game. Does not mean they're going to win that game. I would say it's less than 50-50. Carolina looks like to be a good team. And then we got the Bucs, right? So if you look at this, out of that 4-game slate that we have there, at best, maybe 2-2. We're not going to have a winning record. I'm saying at best case scenario, they go 2-2. We know they're going to lose to the Chiefs. We know they're going to lose to the Bucs. You know, put your mortgage on it. They don't. It's just they're in a different class. That's Super Bowl level. We're not there yet. But Carolina and the Cowboys, and a lot of people have us losing to the Cowboys, you know, come Monday, even though we going to war ready. A lot of people have us losing to the Cowboys. So if you look at this schedule, they could literally start off the gate 1-5. After the Bucs, they got the Raiders in Las Vegas. It's going to be a tough slate. And that's why I say this poll question. So once again, agree or disagree. A loss to the Dallas Cowboys ends the Eagles season right now. Because I'm gonna be watching every week, and I'm with you too, bro. I'm gonna be watching every week for sure. Every week I'm on here. But if you think about it, going 1-5, it's possible. No, I don't want to be the home wrecker. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, as they say, or whatever. But if they go 1-5 in these first, how do you expect us to win the playoffs? Like, we have to sweep the division at that point. And the division games don't come to the end. Let me bring my guy Renzo in here, man. I see him. I see you. What's up, bro?
What's up? What up?
What's good? What's good? Yo, man, what you think about this, man? I got this poll question up here, man. I'm asking people. We got some agrees.
Mm-hmm.
We got some disagrees. Tell me what you think here, man. Do you agree or disagree? A loss to the Dallas Cowboys ends the Eagle season? It's early. But look at the slate. I'm looking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The slate is the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Panthers, the Bucks, and the Raiders.
That's our next 5?
That's our next 5 games.
Ooh. Let me look at that. I got to look at that.
Must win. How about that over and under on the season total was 6.5.
So you got the you got to beat the Cowboys here.
It's a must-win game.
You're gonna lose to the Chiefs. You're probably gonna lose at Carolina. You're gonna lose to the Bucks. Probably gonna lose to the Raiders. Then you're back against the Lions. That's winnable. You're home against the Chargers. That's winnable.
Right.
At the Broncos, that's a tough one with that defense. Even though the offense might not get away from, that's probably
big fact.
Is that right? Saints gonna be a tough one. You play home. You don't know how Jameis is doing. Giants, Jets, football team, Giants. So yeah, I mean your back end looks favorable to you, right?
The back end does, right?
Right. So you could beat the Lions. They give you 2 wins. You could beat the Chargers. Could beat the Chargers. 3 wins. Let's say you lose to the Broncos, lose to the Saints. You could beat the Giants. That's 4. You could beat the Jets. That's 5. Then you still got the football team twice and the Giants.
You got to sweep the division.
Which you know how I felt about the Jalen Hurts, and especially looking at the injuries to the football team and the Giants. I mean, you would think that you got a real chance of going 4 wins there.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Right. So I got a lot of heat, right? I got a lot of heat on Twitter. I got a lot of heat on Facebook. Yo, this bull don't know what he's talking about. Like, come on, man. But when you look at the slate and you look what's coming up, like all you have is to win the division. Like, you have to beat the division. You know what I mean? Winning the division. Obviously, that's granted you have to win the division, but you got to sweep it. Like this, you can't take no losses in the division, your division, in the inter division games.
Yeah, I mean, if you sweep the division and you beat the Lions and Jets, that's 8 plus the Falcons. That's 9 wins.
Right.
To your point. Yeah, I agree with you, and that probably gets you playoffs.
Hope so, because Dallas' schedule is weak, if I'm not mistaken.
Mistaken.
All right, let's keep it running, man.
Yeah.
What you doing? What you do this week on gambling, man? How'd you do yesterday? What it look like for you? It was a lot of losses yesterday, man. A lot of upsets.
Yeah, man. College football, I did okay, man. I did okay during the week. I had the Packers top of the week.
Right.
One that I took the points and the over. I like the over there.
Nice.
Carolina versus Houston, I took the under.
Yeah, I was all over the Texans on that one.
Yeah, and yesterday I did good, man. I had Notre Dame money line.
Nice.
I had Arkansas money line.
I was on Texas A&M. I wish we would have had spoke.
Yeah, I liked Arkansas. Been playing well, man. They've been playing home. They was home. Texas A&M has been playing well. I just I kind of like the way they was playing. They were explosive offensively. I think they seem hungry and excited. So
right. It was a lot of bad football. That.
I couldn't take NC State. I wish I did. I wanted to take.
I was on NC State.
You took NC State. Yeah, we should have.
I had him on a number. I ain't bet a money line.
Yeah. So I did okay. I got Auburn fucked me. Auburn was they ended up winning by 10, but they were a 27-point favorite.
Right.
Georgia State, so that kind of screamed. But I did okay. We picked up some wins.
Hey, Mike, I hope we'll be fine, bro. I really do. I hope we'll be fine too, man. I'm a realistic. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for the birds, but I'm realistic at the same time, man. As always. Yeah, I did all right, man. We had a couple of heartbreakers like Buffalo. Buffalo was at like 35-7, and then they win 35-34.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean? It was crazy. Penn State, I had the team total, over team total, but that lost because they took their foot off the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, Wildcats stingy defense, boy.
That's right. Shout out to the Villanova Championship Wildcats, man. Coastal Carolina ate them up. Army ate them up. UFC hurt me bad too. Morales was a big loss. He was the first fight of the night too, so that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, and all the other plays I had for UFC was kind of on point. I got one teaser that's still left, so we'll see how that runs.
Sure.
Moving forward. All right, man. Let's get into the week. We got my guy Tone coming on this week. He's our prop guru. I found him on me and him been talking for a while on gambling Twitter at Tone Stakes. So he should be on in about 20 minutes. He's going to give us all his prop plays, all free prop plays for the week. So let's get into week one. All right, let's bring up the slate for week 3. All right. Let me get some music in here, man. A little early in the morning, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. For the first game of the week, we have the Washington football team against Buffalo. Line is, I believe it's 7.5. Total is dropped to 7. Line is 7. Total is 45.5. What you think about this game, bro?
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta like Buffalo here. And I think it's gonna be pretty consistent as we go through the week. I think you got a lot of mismatches this week.
Right.
I like Buffalo a lot. It's giving me Miami Dolphins vibe last week. Obviously, they're just a better team here, with just more talent, and especially with injury at the quarterback position for the football team. I think it's going to be hard for them to score the football. And obviously, they have a really good defense, which I think you might can argue have been underperforming a little bit this year, right? You gave up 30 points to the Giants. 20 points to the Chargers, 37 to the Ravens. This is preseason. So I like Buffalo a lot, man. I would imagine them to come out on the line, dip down a little bit. You're right at 7, but Buffalo at home, just a better team, more explosive, and a football team that just can't score. You gotta like Buffalo at least be in a 24-point range. And how many points can the Dolphins risk and score? So I like Buffalo. I like Buffalo here a lot, and I like the points.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to be a heavy teaser game. Everybody's going to have Buffalo on a teaser here. I can't see, just for them to win the game. It's going to be tough for Washington to go up to Buffalo and win this game. Heineke isn't a big fall off from what we've seen from Fitz, and I think the team has rallied behind him. The question is can that defense step up and stop this Buffalo offense? And 45.5 seems like that's been ticking a little bit lower. I could bring up how that line has been fluctuating, but I like the play. I can see Buffalo on a lot of teasers here, just to get them to win, and we'll see if we can build a teaser here to get the other side of that.
Yeah.
Next game: Baltimore Ravens and Detroit Lions. Baltimore is favorite -7.5. Total is 50.5. I think that total is really high. I'll take this one. I'm on Detroit on this one. The one thing, a little gem here going into week 3, the value of 0-2 teams are very down. And I think that's a mistake. You have an 0-2 team who needs to find a win some way, somewhere. We've seen Detroit be able to kind of play with some of the better teams. The Niners, they were able to hang with. And people, if you watch that Packers game, they were winning at half. And then it started to rain. And then that game just went completely sideways. So I actually like Detroit here to cover the spread here. I think this game is going to be a lot closer. And plus, Baltimore has been hit with COVID again. They got I think they have 4 or 5 players out. I'm trying to think what else was the reports I saw. Coming off 2 emotional wins. Or no, is it 2 emotional games? I'm sorry, 2 emotional games. They went Raiders OT, then they beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a classic letdown spot here for Baltimore. Not saying they don't win the game; they can easily win the game. And Baltimore is known notoriously to beat up bad teams. But I like the spot here for Detroit. I think Detroit gets the cover. That line started at 8.5. Now it's at 7.5.
Yeah, I can see that play. I wouldn't take the Ravens with the points here, but I still think it's a good. I think it's a good parlay team or teaser team. If you was looking for a spot, I mean, you got other options. Right with my thing with bad teams and kind of our consistent theme here is you gotta stick to your kind of your basics and kind of your models. I don't like picking bad teams versus good teams. Even if I get the points, I'll just get away from the game completely. So Detroit is the inferior team. You got bad quarterback play. You don't got much talent around you in the skill position players. Defense, I was going to give up a ton of points. And the Ravens have shown me to score 30 points per game. So it would take them having a letdown for it to happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens won by 21 points too. So that's
stay away. Stay away for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stay away unless you want to throw the Ravens. I do have the Ravens to win in a teaser.
Okay.
So I like them to win. I don't see how they lose here, but I guess they shouldn't lose.
Yeah, they shouldn't lose. They shouldn't lose. I just think the number and it's a good spot, and I think the line is reflecting that because it opened at 8.5 and now it's at 7.5. So it might even take the 7 by the time kickoff comes around.
Yeah.
All right. Next game we have the Atlanta Falcons going to New York. 2 0-2 teams, 2 bad teams. Toilet bowl here. Line is Giants are favorite -2.5. Total here is 47.5. What you thinking?
1 second here, Nate.
Yeah. All right, I'll take this one. I like Atlanta here. For those who are still watching, I like Atlanta here. I actually think Atlanta wins the game, and I think the line is reflecting that. This line has dropped a whole point. It's under the key number of 3. It was at 3.5. Now it's down to 3. I like Atlanta to win here. I thought New York would be a lot better than they are, but they are trash, dog. They are complete trash. They are the bottom of the bucket. You know what I mean, they are one of the worst teams in the league, and it's not even close. So, and Atlanta ain't no better, right? It's not like Atlanta's any better, but I think Atlanta is the better of the 2 teams, the better roster.
Yeah,
I think they get it done here. I like Atlanta money line here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good play. You just got the better talent, better quarterback, more veteran quarterback, better skilled players. So yeah, I like the Falcons. I agree with you. Giants are just not a good football team at all. And their defense this year is not even playing that well either. Really, when you look at it, they gave up 30 against the football team and 27 against the Broncos. So I like the Falcons. I like that play.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, next game we got here on the docket. We got New Orleans Saints going to New England. New England's favorite -3. Total is 43.5. It's a tough game to excuse me. This is a tough game to call. Both teams 1-1. We saw a good New Orleans team, and then we saw a bad New Orleans team. New England's been kind of consistent on what they're going to do. Matt Jones, system quarterback, not going to do too much out of the system. Don't make any mistakes. Play good defense. They lost to the Dolphins, where I think the Dolphins actually should have won that game. Actually, no, I think they should have won that game. My bad. And they beat on a very bad Jets team. So that defense has been balling too. I would probably look at the total here. It's kind of what Winston we get. What Jameis Winston we going to get?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we going to get Jameis Winston that we know can sling it a little bit, or are we going to get Jameis Winston that we know could throw a couple picks? Might be a stay away game here, but if I would lean anywhere, I would lean the Saints with the points. It's tough to. I think their offense is better than New England's. I think they can score a little bit more than New England. So, we'll see, but it could be a stay away game for most.
Yeah, man, I would stay away from this game. It feels like the Saints should be the better team. They got better players, better.
Right. It does feel like that.
Defense. It feels like, but then why is Vegas making them a 3-point favorite? That line hasn't moved at all.
Nope.
So if I had to go anywhere, I would lean the Saints. If you're looking for a little bit of value, why not take the Saints money line here?
Okay.
They could eat the game. The over under did go up a little bit. again, if you get a Jameis Winston that can throw the ball around, it should get over 43 points. But if he throwing picks and they're not moving, it should be under. I'm staying away. If anything, I'll probably just take the money line with the Saints.
So money line is now plus 130.
Yeah, if I'm looking for a little bit of juice, it's not a bad pick. So, but I'm staying away from it.
Next game, we got Cincy, the Bengals, traveling to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is favorite -3, which is very short line. Total is 43. I'm gonna stay away from this game. Cincy killed me last game, but I would lean. I think Big Ben is going to play. There was rumors that he might not play. With that, he had like a pec issue or something like that. I haven't seen it yet that he was going to be out, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play. But I would lean Pittsburgh in Heinz Field. That's a tough place to win division game. Cincy overall has never had good success in Heinz Field, and T. Higgins is out. So unless they find some magic in Chase, and Jamar Chase takes over, I'm not sure how Cincy's going to move this ball. I like the total. I like the under here, even though it's low. I would tease up the total here to 50 to 2-point. I'm a 7-point 2-team teaser and tease the total up to 50 and put the under. These games have been notoriously been under.
Yeah, good point there, man. I mean, this is a very odd game. Pittsburgh versus the Bengals, and Pittsburgh at home only a 3-point favorite. Seems very odd. I wouldn't touch that, but to your point, the over opened up at 45. It's at 43. That's 2 points.
It's a lot of money.
Someone's screaming at you to take the under.
Screaming.
Someone's screaming. So I might put a unit on that just because.
There you go. Let's get this money, boy.
Yeah, I like that.
We haven't had a lock pick yet. We going through these things. We haven't had a lock pick yet.
Yeah, I like that. That's not a bad under, man. That's not under.
I'm just looking at the way these offenses have been playing, right? They're going to run the ball. Big Ben is hurt. He can't throw deep. And Big Ben don't look nothing like he did last year. And then Cincy is, the Bengals are the Bengals. It's point blank. You know what I mean? The Bengals are the Bengals, just like the Jets are the Jets. The Lions are the Lions. Cincy, they don't have any continuity with their offense. Burrow shocked everybody. Well, not shocked everybody. He shocked me the way he looked in preseason versus now. And it wouldn't surprise me if this is a 17-13 type game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm pulling up my app to see what the odds is. But if somebody's looking for a freaky play, like a sneaky parlay, just kind of
a freaky play.
Yeah, if you're looking for a needle in a haystack wild play, you might could take the Atlanta Falcons money line, Saints money line, and the under on the Cincinnati Bengals Steelers game.
What's that? Give me that payout. Put that parlay up and give me that payout. See what that look like. What's up, Don, man? Currently 6-6 in a 12-leg player. Yeah, I wish you luck, bro. But once was it Barstools or BR betting or somebody put it up? I think it was everywhere. Once that man hit that, he had a 16-leg parlay for 800, like 750 grand, and he needed Detroit to win the money line. He took the cash out because they were winning by halftime. So he took the cash out. I think it was like 140, 150 grand. It was a $25 bet. And I swear to God, after that, that shit opened up the flood doors with everybody and anybody putting in these 16-leg parlays for 25 to win these riches. Win this money.
You gotta let that ride. You gotta see how they open up in the third quarter at that point.
It's $25 to win 125K. You made a good come up, right? Like we did all right.
He needed them to win.
He took the money line. The money line.
Who was that team? What was the team?
It was the Monday night game, the Detroit and the Packers game.
Oh, he had Detroit winning.
He had Detroit winning.
Oh yeah, I'm smacking. I'm probably
He had Detroit winning, and they were up halftime. But once it started raining, and then Rodgers started to find his groove, it was a wrap. And then they had like 2 or 3 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah, that's a good call by him.
You know what I mean?
Good call. All so right, that payout is 9-1.
9-1. That ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
Not bad. Put that in the chat. Put it in the chat. See what they like about that. Throw it up in there. Yesterday I had Arkansas. Yeah, a lot of people had Arkansas over that Texas A&M game too. I watched that game, and I was surprised of how bad Texas A&M looked in that game. Arkansas looked good, but there was opportunity for Texas A&M to win that game, and just think about this. I'm watching like the pros and stuff, how they tackle, like it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. You put it in the private chat, bro. You gotta put it in the regular chat. Put your glasses on, man.
I don't know how to do that. See me squinting?
I see you squinting. Put your glasses on, young boy. What are you doing out here, man?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
All right, let's get another play in here, man. While you doing that, or you trying to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Man, let's start them off. Yeah, here we go. You know what that sound mean, y'all? Here come the money. That means we got a money play coming up. We got a lock of the day. Let me get my little graphic up here. We got a little graphic. Where's our lock? Where's our lock graphic? Did they take it away? Nah. I think they did. No, we didn't. Let's go. I'm taking Tennessee all over the Colts, bro.
I like to hear that.
I'm taking Tennessee. Now, I don't like that the Colts are 0-2, but I love the fact that they're going to let Wentz play.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact they're going to wait. This is my two sprained ankles, one low, one high. You know what I mean? Give me Tennessee, man. I think Tennessee rolls all over Carson Wentz here and the Colts. They need his career game to win this game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So give me the Tennessee Titans here. Love them in the teaser, love them in the parlay, love them money line, each and every way. Lock it in. Tennessee Titans. What up?
Like that.
Like that?
Like that.
Yeah. You don't got no words for that? We just gonna let that ride? Let me take that?
I like that. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I got Tennessee in the teaser +1. And I was a little nervous.
It's because they're because the Colts are 0-2, right? The Colts were a Super Bowl sleeper, and now they're looking at starting 0-3. But at this point, I've always been a Wentz fan.
Mm-hmm.
Still am somewhat of a Wentz fan because we need that first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there's something not right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we've ever seen somebody fall off from MVP candidate, or he would have won the MVP that year if he finished the year, down to where he's at right now. Like he's average. You might even have people have him below average at this point as a starting quarterback. And now he's coming in hurt with 2 bum ankles, a bum foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to finish the game. We going at ankles all day. If I'm Tennessee, if I'm the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? You know how it is. You play football.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Villanova Wildcats championship team.
That's
and
good.
I played ball at a high level in college. You know what I mean? So shout out to Connecticut. But when we come, you know what I mean? If as a D lineman, if I know you hurt, come on, man. I'm smelling blood in the water, bro. There's blood in the water out here. You know what I mean? If I know you're hurt, there's no way. You're not getting off no pass. Especially like if I know you cringing and I'm going right at you and I know your ankles are hurt. Come on, man. Give me Tennessee, man. Lock it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next game. We got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Chiefs are favorite -7. Total is 54.5. In Arrowhead, man. What you think, man? Chiefs ain't look too good. You think people backing the Chargers here?
Yeah, man, I can see people backing the Chargers.
Right.
You know, the Chiefs just don't cover. They're terrible at covering points.
They are terrible.
They're terrible at covering points.
Right.
If you were one of those people who always feel like you need to take the Chiefs, which I'm probably one of them.
Money line, boys.
Money line, yeah. But if
For
you
sure.
win, yeah, and it's like it's perfect for you because it's at 7. So basically, you can tease them down to just winning the game. The good thing is they're coming off a loss, right?
Right.
Chances of them losing 2 games in a row very slim.
Yeah.
I'm never, again, back to being consistent. How I said about the Lions.
Yeah.
I've never taken a lesser team, especially away here against Patrick Mahomes. So I'm either taking the over, which you could look at both those teams to score, or I'm teasing the Chiefs down to a pick
So man, it's a problem, man, with these games, man, because Vegas know what they're doing, man. So let me before I get in there. What's up, Tone? How you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's good? So that's everybody. That's my man Tone from Gambling Twitter. My guy at Tone Takes. With us for giving us the free prop bets. Guys, a machine on Twitter. So if you don't know, now you know. Go follow him on Twitter at Tone Takes. And make sure you give him a like and give him a shout out, man. Thanks for jumping on the show, man. I know you got some prop bets ready to go. We're getting close to kickoff time. All the injury reports are probably coming out as we speak. But just to jump before we jump into you, Tone, what do you think? And I was going to ask Renzo the same question. Tone, I'll let you go first since I'm talking to you right now. What do you think of how Vegas is positioning these teaser bets? You see a lot of these sevens, a lot of these 7.5s this week, right? So out of all these sevens, so I'm going to tell you what games. So we got, and they're big favorites. Obviously, we got Cleveland and Chicago. We got the Chiefs and the Chargers, Buffalo and Washington, the Ravens and Detroit, and Arizona and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Somebody's going to have to bust that teaser. You know what I mean? It's just set up for a teaser buster on somewhere. A lot of these 0-2 teams too as well. How do you feel on, when you play, when you do play teaser bets, how do you take that into account when you're playing teaser bets and saying like, hey, this could be a wash, or you just the Chiefs are, you go through your numbers, you go through your due diligence, and the Chiefs are just better than the Chargers and they're going to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely depends on the situation. Division games are always tight. That Chiefs Chargers game is going to be tight.
Yep.
When doing, teasers, it's typically you like to take the points, especially with this, with this league. But I mean, you mentioned that Chicago game. I think the Bears are a live dog today, for an outright win. So in that situation, I would definitely, yeah. I just feel Cleveland hasn't really been impressive this year. I mean, they would have won. The Texans probably would have beaten them last week if Tyrod stayed healthy. And who knows?
Yeah, I was all over
Fields,
the Texans.
with that dynamic. So I mean, in that situation, obviously, you would definitely take the points. I think Arizona's could be in a little bit of a, letdown mode today too. So So I mean, I haven't really done too many teasers since I started getting into the props, but typically when I did, I would take the points, and if I'm taking the favorite, obviously you want to get it down to under that 3 number,
Of course. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So since I got you here and I know you're on borrowed time, man, load it up, baby. Give us the props. Give everybody what they want. Give them the free props of the day. Everybody get your pad and paper down. These are all free plays, man, for my man Tone Tux, man. Let's go.
Yep. I mentioned a few on the Santa Boot First podcast on Thursday night. This one's my top play of the week. Tyler Lockett over 73.5 receiving yards. It's at 110 now on FanDuel. Was 115 on MGM. So definitely hit FanDuel for that. Minnesota's given up 473 passing yards in their first 2 games, third most in the league. Last year, they gave up 2,864, which was 6th most in the NFL. Lockett has gone for 100 and 178 to start the year. This Vikings secondary, it's garbage. Was all last year. It is so far this year. Lockett and Wilson it's probably the best deep threat combination in the league. I don't see any reason why.
For years.
Yeah. So I don't see any reason that this won't hit. Honestly, it should be a high scoring game too. So
for sure,
definitely like that one. Yep. Sterling Shepard over 5.5 receiving receptions was plus 120. Now it's down to plus 100. So I locked this in last night. He's hit it in his last 4, going 9, 8, 7, and 9. He's also hit it in 10 of his last 14. He's had 19 targets in 2 games so far this year. So Daniel Jones definitely looks for him. And then next we have Darnell Mooney over 40.5 receiving yards, minus 115 on DraftKings. He had 66 last week. With Justin Fields, he throws a deep ball. Mooney is their burner. I like this prop.
Is that plus EV?
I think
it's got to be plus money, right?
It's minus 115.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh,
It may have gone up to 42.5, but still, regardless, I mean, I don't see any reason why he won't, hit 60 yards in this matchup. So I like that one a lot.
Okay.
Couple ones I locked in this morning. TJ Hawkinson over 61.5 receiving yards, minus 110 on FanDuel. I got it. Jared Goff loves his tight ends.
Yeah, he does.
97 and 66 yards in the first 2 games this year. Baltimore's gotten torched by tight ends. I mean, given it was against Kelsey and Waller, probably the 2 best in the league. But Hawkinson is not a lot of people talk about Hawkinson. Like, he doesn't really get that.
Top 8 tight end for sure. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be trailing in this game. They should be trailing in this game. Baltimore always takes care of the lesser teams. So they should air it out to them. And I think they had a couple injuries on defense too. A few guys are out. I saw this morning.
So they have with Baltimore, they got hit with the COVID bug, and then you said, some guys are hurt. I like Detroit. I like Detroit in actually in the game, not to win, but I think they cover. I think they make that game close.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a good one. And then one I was looking at, I haven't locked it in yet, but I think I'm going to, is Gesicki over 2.5 receptions. It's plus 120 on DraftKings. I hit this last week at plus 154. He's hit it in 10 of his last 17 games and 5 of his last 6. With Brissett in there, you might be looking at Gesicki as a security blanket. I think it's good value, this pick. It's good. You're gonna have to sweat it. It's not one that's gonna hit, pretty quick. So you're gonna have to sweat it out. So
come on, this is gambling, fine, bro. But... What's not a good sweat?
Exactly. It's not fun if you don't sweat. It's the only time I sweat is, but gambling. I don't do anything else. The only time I sweat. So.
Yeah, what are we talking about? It's not. What's a good sweat here, man? Come on, man. I love it. I love the plays. I love the picks. I love your top 2 plays for sure. So I'm definitely going to take a little bit deeper play in that, man. And I definitely appreciate you giving us some time and jumping on, man. Give us some free pop X. Give everybody your social media stuff. Make sure they know where they can find you.
Yeah, at Tones Takes on Twitter. I do baseball too. Baseball season is winding down, but I've had a good year with doing total base props. So I'm looking forward to getting into gear with the NFL season, and any hockey fans out there, I do hockey too. When that starts up, that's probably my best sport. So, just having some fun, posting some plays,
Yeah, for sure. I said, don't worry, we're gonna have you on again, man. That's what we do, man. We give people what they want. We want people to win money. That's the play. Absolutely. And if you want some premium plays, we also have the A2D membership, $9.99 a month. Perks includes appearances on the show, members only streams, shout outs, and of course, weekly sports bets from your guys, from your boys, from MoneyPot Podcast, and the homie Willie Vegas giving you some DFS, which those videos should be coming soon. We've been on a heater for weeks and weeks at the end. I think I've been hitting 1K for our members in winnings and profit week after week for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Had a down a little bit, not going to lie, had a down day yesterday with college, but I'm definitely going to take some of these picks from my man Tone Takes. We're going to mash them up, put them together, man, and we're going to give people what they want, man. So definitely appreciate you coming on, Tone. Can't wait to see how these plays come out. Like I said, first 2 plays, I love them. I'm not sure about that Mooney play, though. I don't trust Fields.
I know, yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah, you mentioned it the other
Talk
night,
about a sweat. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet, man. But I appreciate you jumping on, man. And like I said, if you have the time, you can stick on and talk a game or two. If not, man, I definitely appreciate you jumping on, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck today. Let's
have a day. Yes, sir.
All right. Sir. All right.
Talk
to you guys.
See you, bro. All right. So where were we? What game were we at there, bro?
We were at we were on the Chargers Chiefs.
You said you had the Chiefs money line. So let us go to the next game. And Tone talked about this game too. It's a little worry game. I think a sweat could be somewhat of a trap game. Let's not try to overthink it too much. But we got the Arizona Cardinals now minus 7.5 in Jacksonville versus the Jags. Total is 51.5. Are we overthinking this game, where this is the game that Jacksonville kind of wakes up a little bit here. I mean, they've lost to the Texans. They got smoked by the Texans. They made it somewhat interesting with the Broncos for a little bit, and then they just couldn't stay pace with them, obviously, with that defense. We're talking about a Super Bowl contender very early here in the Arizona Cardinals. The way they're playing wouldn't be, you wouldn't be mad at a lot of Kyle Murray MVP talk right now. They beat up on what we thought was a good Texans team early on. They should have lost to Minnesota because of that missed field goal, but they still got the win. What do you think about this one right here? Like it? Don't like it?
I mean, I don't think this is the Jaguars of last season. If you remember, the Jaguars last season was beating teams or covering. Every week they covered. It felt, right. But they had Gardner Minshew, who was just like a playmaking kind of backyard quarterback. I don't think they have that, obviously, and Trevor, just being a rookie in his first start. I think they're on the bottom end of the league as far as team wise, right?
Right.
And like you said, the Cardinals are a championship team who's 2-0 versus some really good teams here. I think the Titans are going to prove out to be what we thought they are by the time the end of the year. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Then the Vikings, which is a good football team, they showed a lot of resiliency that game. They had a lot of turnovers. I thought that game could have started widening out. Tyler Murray threw that pick six. I think they had another fumble, if I'm not mistaken. So they didn't play their best.
Yeah.
And was able to have resiliency and come back and win that game. So I don't see how the Jags win this game. I don't think they're on an upset alert at all.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think this is the one to think about, but I do think this next one is interesting. I just don't trust Fields. I don't know what he looks like, but Chicago Bears traveling to Cleveland. Cleveland is favored by minus 7.5, 45.5. So I get what he's saying about Cleveland here. Cleveland hasn't looked great. They lost Landry, but they get Beckham. And what does Beckham look like? We don't know. And they lost to the Chiefs, obviously, which in the game they could have won that game too, right? And then they beat a bad Texans team. Now, if they beat the Chiefs here, if they beat the Chiefs in that game and they hold on to beat the Chiefs, and then they beat the Texans, this line is probably almost 10. Right? This line is almost 10. And I think that even though Chicago came back and beat Cincy. Oh, no. They didn't come back. Cincy had I'm looking at the quarter. So they had a field goal. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Bears had a pick six, another field goal, and then that was the game, right? So they didn't score any offensively. I don't know, man. I actually trust Cleveland in a spot. I do. I'm not going to overthink it again. I actually trust Cleveland in the spot here. I like the Browns in this spot with the 7.5. This could easily be a 21-7 type game, 21-10, or even 24-10. Because even if Beckham doesn't show up and is anything what we hope he is, that running attack, running downhill against the Bears defense should find some success and be able to control the clock. And I just don't trust Fields, period. I don't trust Fields.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, I agree. And this line hasn't moved at all.
No, not at all.
It was 7.5, then went back to 7 and got back to 7.5. So there's no sharks jumping in here, right?
No.
I think
syndicants, no nothing.
To your point about Vegas, like all these lines, they pretty much stay consistent, right? So you would think somebody bust one of these bubbles, but like to your point, you keep saying it. I don't think we can overthink. Bears didn't score offensive touchdown last week.
Nah, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dalton played and Fields played. They didn't score offensive touchdown.
And you got blown out when you did play a good team away. You got blown out. The Browns, you got some injuries, but you still got the running game. You're at home. I just don't see it. If anything, I love the under. The under opened up at 40. Yeah. It's at 44 now.
What did it open up at?
47, I'm looking at.
Jeez.
It's at 44.5. It's almost screaming. again. So that's we could be putting together a nice parlay. I like the under here. I like the under at the Steelers Cincy game, and I like that money line on the Falcons.
Yeah, I like Atlanta to win that game.
Yeah, but you can't overthink this one. I like the Browns in this spot.
Yeah. James, what's up, bro, man? I know you had a couple wins with us over the weekend. Couple weekends. I don't know. Yesterday wasn't too bad, but yeah, man. Let's get this money, man. Next game we got the Jets and Denver. Denver is favored by -10. I'm gonna just pass this game. I'm not gonna touch this game. Denver should beat the hell out of the Jets. Jets are 0-2. Wilson ain't it. Well, Wilson is still young. So I'm gonna pass this game. I'm not gonna really touch it. I can see a lot of Denver teaser favorites here. Or you know what? BDiddy loves those 10-point teasers. Denver on a 10-point teaser looks good just for them to win the game. I don't see how they lose this game at all.
Yeah, I mean me neither. I got them. Now I think about it, I got them in a money line play.
A money line. Okay.
Play. I don't see them losing this game. Just a bad football team. Now the Broncos don't
score a lot.
They don't score a lot, so it could be
Teddy gloves, man, dink and dunk.
Yeah, it could be like 10-3, some shit. On in at halftime and third quarter, and you on an but
nice little gem, little first half.
Yeah, so it's
you know what? Let me look real quick, yo. What is their team total? What's the Jets team total? I think that's a good gem right there.
Gotta be low. I mean, over under 41, so they're a 10-point favorite. So they're saying it's 31 to no, they're saying it's 31 to 10.
Totals. There we go.
21 to 10. 31 to 10.
Home team 15.
15. Them lines don't add up though. They saying their over unders 15. So
15 and Denver is 26.5.
26 and 15. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, 41. Okay.
I like that under of the Jets. A 15. I love that 15 number there.
Playing in Denver.
Denver. Given a little. You need to score 3 times. You need to find a way to score 3 times somewhere. And they haven't scored over 14 points since the preseason game.
I think we got a parlay of unders going.
Yeah, we do.
I think we got a parlay unders. I'm gonna jump on that. I think the under. I definitely love the under in the Cincy game and love the under in the Browns game.
Right. All right.
Those are good plays.
Yeah, man. You know what's a good play, man? We got to give a shout out to our sponsor here. Shout out to our sponsor, Fan Up. Best way to enjoy fantasy sports. Sign up now at Fan Up, only on the Fan app in the Apple Store. Unfortunately, it's not on Android yet. They're working on Android. It's just on Apple devices right now. But they have daily prizes, great prizes, and their fantasy is no salary crap. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. If you don't like the constraints of the salary crap, God damn, Mom, fucking up my shit. You hear her in the background, blowing the horn, sneezing, coughing. I can't wait till I get my studio right. Jeez, killing me. But yeah, Fan Up. Give them a shout out. Give them a link. Sign up today. Fanup.app. Got to pay the bills, man. Shout out to the sponsor.
Yeah.
I like that 15, man. That might be a little sneaky play there, man. All right, let's go to the late games. Let's get out of here soon and give everybody a chance to go get this money, man. Next game, we have Miami Dolphins going to Las Vegas. The Raiders -3.5. Total is 44.5. No Tua. We got Brissett and Jacoby Brissett. What you think about this game, man? Quarterback change. Does it change the fortunes? The Raiders have been underrated. The Raiders look good so far. I'm not sure. Let me check. I don't know if Josh Jacobs is playing again. I think he's out, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't see him. He's out. Doubtful.
Yeah, he's doubtful. So here's remember that rule. They can hold that doubtful status until almost kickoff. So, but obviously we have to go on what it's saying in terms of doubtful, but they look good. You know, they look good. That defense looks good. You know, all of a sudden Gruden is a David Carr fan. I'm sorry, Derek Carr fan. I don't know, man. I like the Raiders here. The line makes sense. Dolphins are not a good team. I'm not a fan of Jacoby, but they're coming off getting blanked by the Bills. There's a bounce back spot for them on the road. It'd be better if it was at home. You would really like it. But I think this is a stay away game for me. But I don't mind people backing the Raiders here.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of odd. That line went from 5.5 to 3.5.
Because you got to think the quarterback is an upgrade. I think that's what they're saying. The quarterback is an upgrade. He's a vet. He's won games. You know, he knows how to play the game. So they're going to be a lot more competitive than they are. And I think they're getting healthy. I think what's the boy's name? What's his name? The receiver. I think it's Fuller's back, if I'm not mistaken. And I think who's the other receiver they had? Obviously, Fuller, Wilder, Parker. So I think they're going to have their whole fledged of weapons at his disposal. And that line's sitting right with that hook at 3.5. I wouldn't mind some Dolphins love here, especially coming off getting blanked. I wonder what that number is of a team getting blanked. What's their record against the spread on the next game?
I mean, the line's telling you the Dolphins. That's what the line's telling you. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the line moves 2 points. I don't know what the record is, and this is probably for the Sharks. I'll let it have its technology. But I wonder what the record is for teams when the line moves more than 1 point towards a direction. What's the percentage of that hitting that? It's got to be tremendously high for a line.
Here it is. I found it right here. Here we go. NFL teams off a shutout. Those teams are 12-3-1. This was taken 2 years ago, so this line is probably shifted. Obviously, just think about that. Here's another gem for y'all. If y'all looking at this game, 2018 stat. I'm gonna see if I can find a better stat. But 2018 teams off a shutout loss are 12-3-1 against the spread. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of like the number, and like you said, the number is saying that. The number is saying Dolphins is the play here with that 3.5. Maybe we give them a teaser, tease them up, get them over 10.5.
You know what? I'm gonna put one of those crazy parlays in today for like 25, 40. I'll put.
There you go, man.
I'm gonna go
all these damn 25 parlays, man.
Dolphins money line, Falcons money line, the Bears Browns under, the Jets under, and the
well, make sure you send me the ticket. And if y'all not following us, go to MoneyPot Podcast. We're gonna put up the ticket that my guy Renzo. Would you say 10, 12 team? What team? What parlay you put? How big?
We're gonna do like a 6-team, 6, 7,
6 team, 6, 7 team. All right, well that ain't crazy. We need something 10 and 12 and up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So next game here, we got Seattle going to Minnesota. 0-2 Minnesota. Total here is 54.5. And if y'all didn't check, my man Tone Takes was on here giving us a nice little prop bet for Tyler Lockett over 73. I think it's 73.5 yards in this play. Makes sense. The total is 54.5. I know Cooks is hurt. Right now, the line is ticked up to 2.5 Seattle, so money is coming on Seattle, which makes sense. I like the total here, even at 54.5. Both bad defenses. Both teams can score. Cook shouldn't have a problem getting off here. I don't know. I kind of like some of his prop bets because Seattle can't, their rushing defense is trash.
I heard they wasn't playing.
Is he out?
That's what I heard. That's what I seen popped up on my ticker.
Really?
I think he's doubtful, but I don't think he's playing.
Wow. That's huge. If that line will tick over 3.5 quick, we'll jump to 3.5. Then I like Seattle if he's not playing for sure. Let's take a look at that. We'll take a look at that offline.
Yeah.
Let's keep giving out the plays, man. And we'll get to the Eagles game for everybody who's still with us, and talk about some Eagles Cowboys and some stories about why we just hate the Cowboys. Like, it was just ingrained and it's born in it. No, what was your first, story about why you hate the Cowboys? All right, next game, and I think a lot of people are saying this here: Tampa Bay and the Rams. Tampa's -1. Total is 55.5. There's a couple things that I've learned in this betting game, and I try to teach that and give y'all gems to help you guys in your journey and how you bet. And there's one rule that I've learned. Well, two rules that I've learned during this process for myself. My first rule: don't bet against Michael Jordan. Don't bet against Tom Brady. Simple. It's real simple. I do not bet against Tom Brady. I've bet against Tom Brady maybe 3 times in my life. I lost 2. The one I won was the Super Bowl when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Other than that, I don't bet against Tom Brady. If I bet against, it's a stay away or Brady, period. So for me, if you're asking me, it's Tampa or no bet. To me, it's Tampa. No, I know Brown is out, and I think somebody else is out, but the Rams can't run the ball. Now, Stafford is very capable of winning with just his arm talent. He's very underrated as a QB, or he's not, and people know how good he is. But the Bears aren't good, and from what we've seen, neither are the Colts. Right? The Colts are 0-2, and the Bears are a 1-1 team that are not going to be a playoff team. This is their first test, the Rams, to see where they stand. And I think this line is screaming LA, right? You're only giving the Super Bowl champions just a pick to win the game. Gun to my head, 10 out of 10, I'm picking Brady every time against on a neutral field or even in LA and the Rams. Give me. If I'm betting this, give me Tampa. I can see a lot of people favoring LA to tease it up, but Brady's seen every defense, every look, every great player. We could talk about the Rams defense all we want with Donald and Ramsey and all the pieces, but they've seen it all and done it all. I like Tampa in this game.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna tease anybody, I'm gonna tease Brady.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody gonna get blown out? It ain't gonna be Brady again.
Right. Right. It ain't gonna be time, dog.
It might be at Stafford. Ain't gonna be time.
It ain't gonna be time.
Ain't gonna be Tom Brady with all the weapons they got. He's only one Jalen Ramsey. He can't cover everybody.
Right. And they just got so many weapons. Right. Exactly. They got weapons. AB doesn't really kind of like it. It hurts them because AB's been coming on, but it ain't gonna stop. You know what I mean? He's got too many weapons, and he's done it with weapons. He's done it without weapons. Like GT 500 said, man, put some goddamn respect on Brady's name, man. This is disrespect that he's only a pick in this game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking a Bucks and nothing, but it's a good spot to tease him.
Yeah, it's a good spot to tease him. All right, Sunday night game: Green Bay Packers versus the Niners. Total is 50.5. The Niners are favorite -3. Interesting line with the Niners being favorite 3 against Rodgers. I actually like, if I was betting this game, I would lean to San Fran. Actually, I don't trust Green Bay, even though it's Rodgers. They were losing in that first half against that Detroit game. You know what I mean? And then it started to rain, and then they started to pour it on. And I think what was the other game? Who else and then they got smoked by who? By the Saints. Yeah, by the Saints. Away too. So I think the Niners are good. I think the Niners are a good team, even though they had a dogfight with us. But they're back home. They're not on the East Coast. Green Bay traveling west. I like the Niners in this play, and I think the line says that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot for me. Kind of what you say, you never bet against Brady. I typically don't try to bet against Rodgers. It feels like I'm betting against like one of those players.
Right.
So I don't think I could take the 49ers here. Especially with Jimmy G on the other side. The 49ers could have lost to the Eagles last week.
They should have lost to the Eagles. Let's get it right.
Should have lost to the Eagles last week.
Should have lost.
and they beat who did they beat the first week? And they beat up on the Lions the first week. And they let them come back. So, some questions there about who have you played thus far, and how well.
Good call.
I think the game could be close. So in a close scenario, I got the better player on the Packers side. I do have the Packers in a tease to 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's, if anything, I think it's right at 3 points. And I think the Packers are motivated right now. I think them getting smacked in the mouth early probably woke them up. I would imagine practice in the week is, high attention to detail and all those things. So
yeah.
Real test this week. I can't see them coming out and laying an egg. So if I had to do anything, I think it behooves you to take if you had to put one place in, I would lean the Packers in the 3 points. If I had to take it gives you a shot because they could easily win the game.
Little head to head. We gotta start doing something when we hit these head to heads. We gotta put something up like a bottle or something like that. Something like that. All right. So Monday night game. Let's hear it.
You tell my drill sergeant.
Oh, wrong drop. Hey, there we go. What's that? Let's get ready, man. It's Eagles week, man. If you're not excited, leave. But if you're an Eagles fan, regardless, go Birds, baby. EAGLES. I mean, Monday Night Football, baby. A classic rivalry. Eagles versus Cowboys. Cowboys week. Not a lot of enthusiasm, not a lot of energy from I'm gathering from people. I'm trying to gauge that a little bit, and it's just like, But I think it was such a heartbreaker because we lost the last game. If we won this game, people would be out of their minds right now, getting ready for this game, ready to go. I'm super excited. I can't wait for this game. Break this game down here, Renzo. Tell me about this game, and don't shake your head already. don't shake your head already, man. Don't shake your head because tell me from the fan, and then tell me from what you're thinking.
I mean, from the fan of me is F the Cowboys, right?
Right.
It's trash. That's the fan in me. They trash. They the cowgirls. We gonna stick them. That's the fan in me.
Okay.
The better in me. The better in me is that we aren't the better team. The better in me. However, let me backtrack. We have a better defense than they do. Clearly.
Yep.
They have better offense than we do.
Classic.
Clearly. So it's kind of strength on strength that way. I think, the 49ers are a really good defense there. I think we had opportunities to put more points on the board against the 49ers. I like Jalen Hurts. I think he can make plays. I think any week he can have a play-making week where he's just making plays that you can't account for, be it with his feet, scrambling ability. You just hope that the coach doesn't. The only problem is, and it's somewhat what was happening with Doug Peterson, is I think, especially in that 49ers game, like when they should have took that 3 points to go up 6, I think it was, and they went for it, didn't get it, if I remember correctly. But you hope that the coach, can you trust the coach to not screw you up, right? Can you trust the coach to continue to put you in positions you're supposed to be in, and not get to, advanced analytics? You don't get too, what should I do here, or too rambunctious. I think the team is built around, I think way Jalen Hurts is, play good defense. Let us stay close. Maybe let's get ahead. Let's make a couple big plays if we can get it, and let's try to sneak out some wins. I think that's our formula to being a 8+ win team this year. I think they got a chance to do that. The only problem is if the Cowboys get rolling early, I think it can get away from you. I think the line's at 3.5. I think it's tough. If it was the line's at 3.5. I mean, you would.
Yeah, 3.5.
I guess you would like to take it, but I don't know, man. I think the game could just get away from him. The Cowboys should win this game. The Cowboys should win the NFC East. You would think just on paper, but it is the Cowboys.
It is the Cowboys.
I'm not
always supposed to be America's team.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm gonna do anything, it would just be the Eagles. Just on my fanhood, the Cowboys aren't that much better than Eagles. My fanhood would overpower my better. I take the Eagles, just like
of course. We bleed green around here, man.
Yeah, so
there's no doubt in my mind. You're gonna live and die with birds, and you're gonna go down with the ship. It's really that simple. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's much that simple. And for people who are putting things about the Cowboys in the chat, I'm not putting anything about this Cowboy love in the chat. So you can keep it coming, but it's going to stay in the chat. We only talking about cowgirls and how Dallas sucks. That's it. Okay? We're not doing anything else. So all this Eagles can't fly and all this, y'all like roaches, right? You just come out of the woodworks. We haven't seen nothing. You've been quiet all year, and you get a couple wins, and you look like you're moving, and next thing you know, the stars come out. I can't stand it. They don't say nothing, yo. They don't say nothing until they start winning. An Eagle fan, as long as we beat Dallas, we're good. Right? We can go 0-15 in other games, but if we're 2-15 and those wins are against Dallas, that's all we need.
Yeah.
And we'll look to the next year. So I just can't stand that, man. And you see it too. They be so proud walking around.
Hate them.
Right. That's the word. Hate them. Right. Hate them.
Nobody. I hate them.
Right. Hate them. You know what I mean? So I'm a lot of the things that you said about this game, it's going to be a real interesting game. The total is 51.5. I'm trying to find out how we're going to score almost 20-something points. Is where I'm confused because I don't know if Hurts can do that. Now, I think Hurts can beat them on the late. Now, they have a lot of defensive pieces out, especially on that defensive line. A lot of defensive pieces out. So we should look some legit against that offense. I think we'll be able to move the ball. I mean, they scored 32 in Atlanta, but obviously Atlanta is not, Atlanta's a really bad team. And I think I agree with you about our defense may be able to dictate this game. The only problem is that I'm not going to lie. There's been a couple in our lifetime. We've seen a couple eagle killers, as we call them. And one of the most recent ones, the great Larry Fitzgerald, was always an Eagles killer. Always come here and just put up numbers. And unfortunately, even though Zeke hasn't looked like it, Zeke has always been an Eagles killer, in my opinion. I think he's averaged over 100 yards against us and a couple, and at least a touch, and probably 1.5 or 1.2 touchdowns a game. He's always killed us. So I think you're right. If they get that running game going, and they get that running game going downhill with Zeke, then I could see this being a tough game for the Eagles here, trying to get a win. And 3.5 with that line at 51 in total points, it's just like this tells me that this game is a little bit more evenly matched than it is. And I think you're right. On paper, the Cowboys look better. They're going to be at home. I don't think a lot of people have us winning. I can see a lot of Cowboy money line bets for the Cowboys. They're only minus 175, but plus 155 ain't bad on the other end. So I think Vegas is saying that the Eagles are a play here, and leaving it at 3.5. I think it's enticing for you to take the birds because, like a lot of other teams, a public team is the Eagles. So they're notoriously been a public team. So this is a stay away game for me. I'm gonna sit down Monday night, watch the game, and hopefully we see some.
Here we go. EAGLES Eagles.
Hopefully we see some confetti. Hope we see some birds. And lock of the day. Let's just recap on everything. I saw somebody say, my guy Nick, man, looking for the lock of the day. Renzo, before we get out of here, man, give him one. Give him one. Give him one. That's a lock that you can't miss on this one.
You can't miss.
You can't miss.
You can't miss the Buffalo Bills versus the football team. But I'm gonna give you a bet. I'm gonna get a 3-team 10-point teasers. One of our.
I like it. Let's go.
You know, we're gonna go Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to plus 3.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Denver Broncos.
A win.
Get them to a win.
Okay.
And get our boy Tom Brady to plus 10.
Oh.
I take Christmas gifts, thank you cards, and all that.
I like that.
It's a blessing.
We got the Bucks at plus 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're -1, right?
Yeah, I see him at a pick on mine. Yeah.
Oh, so it drops. Okay, so money's coming on the Rams. So plus 10 for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Then Denver just to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting plus 3 on the Buffalo Bills.
At home versus the football.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that. I like that.
It costs you -130.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You play the juice on that one, obviously. You're going to pay the juice for the 10 points. I like that one, Chris. Good shit, bro. Good shit, bro. Good luck. For me, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it straight. Lock of the day for me. Looking at here, man. Lock of the day is for y'all to go and get on this membership. That's what the lock of the day is. That's what I'm going to say is the lock of the day. Because we're going to come right back. I've been winning week in and week out. 1K back-to-back 1K weekends. A2D membership. $49.99 a month. Link is in the bio if on Instagram. You can get some amazing picks, perks, shout-outs, members, only appearances, and weekly picks from MoneyPot Podcast. About to get these locks in right now. But I think, Chris, you gave them a gem, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love that play. I love that pick. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Thanks for my guy, Tone Takes, for jumping on as well. Let's make some money, y'all. Let's go get it. MoneyPot Podcast, Chris Renzo, Moss Money. We out.
Let's go! This ain't the Fox Tyson force, this game he stinks!
Oh shit!